Hello, welcome to Tim Anderson Horse Training. This is a horse that just came in yesterday, gelding. I think he's 7 or 8 years old. And the story I got on him was that people just recently purchased him and got him home, and they said he didn't seem to be as broke as what they thought he was going to be when they bought him. So this is the first time I've worked him. I'm going to do an evaluation of him. If all goes well, I'll ride him. And it's been a while since I've done an evaluation video. I thought this would be a good horse to do one on. And we'll see how it goes. First thing though, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And if you already have subscribed to the channel, I want to thank you for subscribing. It's a relatively new channel. I've got quite a few training videos and ranch videos and things on it. And have a good bit of content. If you're new, you might want to take a look around. There's quite a bit there, and I want to thank you for watching. So let's get back to this horse. They said he's about 7 or 8 years old. This is the first time I've got him out of the stall. Well, I got him out of the stall. First time I worked with him. He came yesterday, and first time he's been in this horse rack. So I'm going to start by brushing on him a little bit, and I'll talk about what I see and go from there. Right now, he came in the wash rack, and you saw he was kind of looking around. He looked a little bit nervous, but he did what I asked him to do. He looked concerned, but he was still going where I was telling him to go. And I like that. I like that he trusted me enough to go ahead and do what I was telling him, even though he wasn't too sure. I'd liked him to just walked in the wash rack like it wasn't no big deal. But the fact that he was doing it because I asked him to is nice. That tells me that even though he might be unsure, that he trusts me that I'm not going to steer him wrong. Just offhand, I noticed he's got shoes on the front, he's barefoot on the back. Had no idea how he was to be shod, if he stood good, if he didn't stand good. I don't know. I will pick his feet up in just a little bit and we'll see how he does. Seems comfortable being brushed, being groomed. Is a pretty good looking horse. Somebody has put some time into his care. I like the way he looks. So far I like his mind. I'm asking to pick up this foot. I don't know if you can see. Looks like he might have an old injury to this hoof. I don't think it's anything that's going to bother him. It's just something to take note of that's there. Run my hand down his leg. Didn't have to pinch his chestnut or anything to pick his foot up. He understood what I was asking for when my hand went down his leg. I like that. Now let's see what he does with the back. Run my hand down his leg. Stay in a safe place. Just shifted his weight and picked it up. Nothing to complain about there. He's actually holding his leg up pretty good. He's not putting a lot of weight on me. And he's staying balanced. He's balancing himself on 3 feet good, which tells me that he's had his feet picked up enough that he knows what it's all about, and he knew to balance himself. Look at there. Picked that one up before I even got my hand down there. Good boy. So far, I don't know how he's going to be when I go to saddle him and bridle him and get on him, but so far my impression is that this horse has been messed with a good bit, at least on the ground. He understands what I'm asking for and doesn't seem scared to give it to me. So I'm going to go grab a saddle pad. I'm going to toss it up there like he's broke. That's what I expect him to be. Then we'll see what happens. If I act like the saddle pad to be scared of, I don't want to give him a reason to shy away from it. He's looking at it, but he don't seem too worried. He's looking at me. Touch him with my hand. Throw it up there. Good boy. I didn't even feel the muscles on his back tighten up, which tells me he's had a pad on him a pretty good bit. He knew what it was and he was okay with it. Now the saddle. His ears are flicking around. I like that. See if he stands or if he swings away from me. Tell you what, nothing to complain about there. He knew that saddle was coming. He saw it. And he stood there and let me throw it up there, treating him like a broke horse. So I like that. Grab a girth. I don't keep my girths on my saddle, just to help keep my saddle closet from getting too stinky. Now, when I go to bring the girth up on the other side, I'm gonna bring it up, I'm gonna pull on it a little bit. Pull on it, shake it a little bit. He knows what it is, and he don't seem worried about it. Now, like I've said quite a few times when I'm saddling up, I never tighten the saddle up really tight. Right here the first time in the wash right, I'm gonna tighten it just tight enough so that it don't fall off. Feel his body getting a little tense right there. That's tight enough. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, feel better now. He didn't even flinch when I sneezed. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what bit I want. I'm gonna go with a ring snaffle. I kind of have two that are my go-to for green horses that I don't know anything about. Heavy bit. It's a plain snaffle today. This is just a plain D-ring snaffle, broken mouth, sweet iron with a leather curb strap. Of course, you know, with a snaffle bit, that strap doesn't do anything. This just keeps me from pulling it through his mouth. If I was to show this is a legal AQHA legal bit, just so you have an idea of what kind of snaffle this is. It meets all the AQHA requirements. I always leave the halter on so I have something to hold him with. Now this is the first time I've put a bridle on him. I'm probably gonna need to loosen. I think this was on a smaller horse last time. Let's see what we get. I have a bit on, or a video on bridling. You might want to take a look at it, but he took that really nice. No complaints there. You'll notice sometimes I slide the bridle over the ear, sometimes I push the ear forward. I know etiquette or whatever you say says you should push the ear forward, but I've had quite a few horses that really seem to prefer me just sliding the bridle over the ear. See me do both. That looks about the right adjustment. Up to the corners of the mouth with no wrinkles is what I want. So we'll lead him out the track. Let's try to take. I'm gonna go one more hole on the saddle. Actually, two more holes. It was pretty loose. Lead him off out of the wash rack down the barn aisle, and we'll see how he does. Today is the day that I rebed my stalls. I got bags of shavings sitting out everywhere. He don't seem too bothered by it, and actually he was trying to reach through and grab the bag that was in front of his stall a little while ago.